I'm going to do is I'm going to take us straight in to our first subject of this evening, and that is this one. So, Villeneuve to direct James Bond film Amazon. So, guys, what are our thoughts on this one? What do you reckon?
I reckon we'll get 2 hours of establishing shots and 5 minutes of action.
Yeah, 100%. What you just said is 100% true. We're going to get a bunch of slow motion establishing shots where it's slightly shaky cam and it zooms in. The guy's going to be smelling his farts for about 37% of the movie. And it's going to be very action, less action, and less dialogue. It's going to be like 90% visual. And man, I hate it so much. I literally hate Denis Villeneuve, whatever his name is, style. I hate his style. I hate his style with a passion. I hate it, dude. It's perfect for that Quaalude-ridden Timothy Chalamet, who doesn't want to actually talk anyways, because every time he talks, every time he opens his mouth, he sounds stupid. But Denis, especially, his style is like the definition of art house fart-smelling directors.
Yeah, I mean, for me, again, I wanted Nolan. I've said to people before, I would have loved to have seen Nolan doing the next Bond movie. I don't have much hope, much confidence in it. Obviously we had the rumors breaking this week, didn't we? About again, rumors that someone was linked, a black actor who is going to be in Green Lantern, which looks great for Jon Stewart in the Green Lantern, but for me, not Bond. I'm going to say it. Bond is a white male, and I've just got the feeling. Whereas that was in isolation earlier in the week, with this being announced now, I'm starting to get a little bit more concerned, shall we say?
Some of the news I read also today is Denis Villeneuve won't even get decision on the final cut of the movie.
Oh, really?
Which I find concerning. Either they've got faith in him or they don't.
Well, they don't, because they're not giving him. Listen, I'm happy to hear that Brian, because everybody always raves about this guy, and I feel what he did to Dune, he should go to prison for.
Yeah, I don't. Movie.
He destroyed. Listen, it's the greatest science fiction book ever written. It's epic. It's the Lord of the Rings of sci-fi, and he tried to fix it. Like, what a moron! And I genuinely believe that he was just too stupid to understand the book, and that what we got was his sort of low IQ interpretation of what's going on Arrakis, and he absolutely missed out on every single important revelation about the story. And I see his other stuff, and he said he doesn't like dialogue. He has very, minimalist visuals, and sometimes the visuals look great, but other times they actually look far too simplified. And the last thing I'll say, there is an implication here. This means that he will not be directing the Rendezvous with Rama movie. And I can't think of any better news than that.
I mean, guys, Amazon is going to be it's going to be like a Disney, isn't it? Where you're going to have a producer in the background that's going to be pitching everything, that they'll just call in directors just to do that, that particular movie and move on with very little input.
No, they've already been that. That was Jennifer Salke. Now they got rid of her, but she's going to be replaced. That's already really been their style. The difference is Disney's in trouble, man. The parks are down, cruises are down. They can't get away with the media losses they used to have. But Amazon, they print money, man. It's a prestige thing for them. They don't need to make money. They don't care. They can shove DEI in our faces for the next 3 decades, and they'll take the loss.
Because do they even have a writer or a script for this?
No, not yet.
I don't think
they don't.
Well, it's a bit of a premature announcement then.
They don't even have a bond for this.
No,
Yeah.
so basically what they're doing is they're making the same mistake as every studio does when it comes to IPs or stuff like this. What they're doing is they're going for someone that's in the moment rather than finding a director that's perfect for the actual genre itself. I'll give you an example. That guy that made Logan. Now,
Yeah.
he's good in that
Yeah,
subject
James
matter.
Mangold.
Yeah, but he wasn't right for Indiana Jones at all.
Oh no, he
because
wasn't.
he's not that kind of a director. Same thing with this guy. This guy is not he's not someone right for a James Bond film. James Bond film stands for fun, it stands for tension, it stands for style, it stands for hot men and even hotter women. So I don't see this guy doing that, especially under the regime of Amazon, who basically is a very, very woke company. They've proved that time and time again. So I'm not
just
really
under Rings
looking.
of Power.
Exactly. I'm not looking forward to Amazon's version of James Bond at all. This guy's completely wrong for James Bond. Now, if you want to pick a director for James Bond, you'd go for the people that actually have style. And you have to know what a good director is as well. The people on Amazon don't know what a good director is. I don't care what anyone said. I remember when he came first on the scene and he made that alien film with the big egg that came down or whatever it was. Everybody was screaming about it. I thought it was dull as shit.
Arrival. Yeah, I didn't enjoy
I thought
that
it was
one.
dull as shit. And the same thing with Dune. The first Dune, I almost fell asleep. Second Doom, it was all right. Do you know what I mean? So this guy is very clinical. He shoots things really nice, but there's no depth or understanding to what he's shooting as far as I'm concerned. So he's completely wrong for James Bond. I'll always say this, right? Spielberg always wanted to make a James Bond film. If I was in charge of Amazon, that would be the first person I go to, Spielberg, and get John Williams on board to do the music.